The financial advising world gives retirees one button, and it's the investment button. And it's the only button they can keep pushing on and off, on and off, on and off. That's the only answer they have to retirement planning, which is sad. Reducing the cash, or putting it in a money market, or selling some stocks off, and sometimes those incur taxable events. And these things aren't the way you should be living your retirement. You shouldn't have to have someone staring at the S&P every day to ensure that your $500,000 or $1 million are going to be there when you need it. You're not one of the Rockefellers. We don't need a team of people making stock trades on the floor in New York for you. This is one of the things that drives me crazy, is that we treat almost 95% of America like the 5%ers. And that's really not what we need. We don't need a financial advisor. We don't need a stock trader. We need someone that understands who you are and how you grew up, and how do you live your lives. I mean, people don't understand that you can't just put a round peg in a square hole. I say it a lot on this show, but they don't understand us. They never have. They don't know what it's like to grow up in a house without air conditioning. They don't know what it's like to grow up with a wood burning stove. They don't know what it's like to have a dad that's a factory worker. They don't know what it's like to have a mom that's a teacher. They don't understand us. And because of that, they've just tried to layer on how they treat rich people. And, for us middle and upper middle class folks that kind of, live life a little differently, we don't need the frills. And the irony is we don't really get any of the benefits, Randy. They just, because they can't get enough out of us, they just charge us 1%, meet us once a year and call us on our birthday. And then they move our investments around, and that's supposed to be their version of retirement planning. When in reality, what we really need is someone to help us with the big risks. Hey, how do I take money out of this IRA and not get zapped with taxes? How do I make sure that if we go in the nursing home, I don't lose half my stuff? How do we make sure that I'm not overpaying my financial advisor? I'm not overpaying for investments. How do I make sure that I'm not too in the market? I don't have all my life savings on the blackjack table. These are the real questions for people that have less than $2 million in retirement. And that's, the majority of us. And I think that's what's getting missed, and really why I wrote my book, right? Fire Your Financial Advisor talks about the history of how they tried to just dump their kind of rich people plan onto everyday folks the second they got rid of the pension. And it's never really fixed itself because we haven't had access to information until just recently. People didn't really know what was going on behind the curtain.